Iskandar Development Zone or Iskandar Malaysia is a major growth area. Logistic, manufacturing, lifestyle, recreation, learning, you name it, and Iskandar Malaysia has it all on the cards. There are highways, flyovers and all kinds of infrastructure development in the 5 Iskandar Zone. But away from its glitzy brochure, there are criticisms. It's for the rich, it's Singapore backstreets, it's not reaching the ordinary folks. How many people out there can afford a RM500,000 double-story terrace houses? Living costs are high. But are these criticisms justified? We talked to 4 people for their views on Iskandar Malaysia.
Okay, to be very frank, when Iskandar Malaysia was hatched, I'm one of the very critical person to question this project. Because having been in industry for about 30 over years, I've seen a lot of projects come forth, dilute and disappear. So when Iskandar Malaysia came about with huge gigantic project, I'm one of the critics. I question the sustainability of this project and how far can it go, or it is just on papers, which will not be to the level of implementation. Because if you look back at some of the huge projects Johor has embarked upon, one was the Safari Park many years ago. What happened to it? It's just gone. And then we have another huge theme park a couple of years back, Agatha theme park, which also did not materialize. So when Iskandar project came about, a lot of us who have been in the industry were putting forward a big question mark. Is it just paper, hearsay, or is it something going to become a reality? But having gone through the 5 years, the first phase of Iskandar Malaysia, personally been involved, I've seen reality coming in to be built, to be implemented, and especially a blueprint that is most important, because in the past, project that has been proposed is just project by project itself, not in the form of a blueprint. So a lot of initiative have been taken by Iskandar Malaysia, and I personally have been involved in it, and I see the change of wave, that's coming to a reality. We might not be achieving 100% of what we want to do, but at least 60–70% that will give the momentum for further development. Right? Like for example, Legoland is one of which, and Iskandar Malaysia has put in a lot of initiative trying to dig back out all the heritage values within the Iskandar Malaysia region.
You can see a lot of new housing estate developed. Many bank branches is established here. It boosts especially in the construction line, the business. When there's a construction on, they are related to 140 business related. The property for the few years, you can almost double already. I think I bought in 2 years ago, industrial lot under SILC, is Southern Industrial Logistic Cluster. I bought 22 ringgit for 1 square feet. Today is 50 to 60 per square feet. So it looked like it's a good time for Johorean.
Now, Iskandar Malaysia or Johor Bahru has always been the manufacturing powerhouse for manufacturing industrial. In fact, 60% of our GDP come from manufacturing. All right, we are famous for petrochemical, we're famous for oleochemical, we're famous for metal work and all that. This has been the main pillars, and therefore our SME are also very strong. The government realized this strength, and they are now trying to attract even more people in apart from the services sector. Early this year, when the Prime Ministers of Malaysia and Singapore met, they formed a workforce under the manufacturing workforce to attract more Singapore manufacturing into Malaysia, simply because the operating cost in Singapore is too high. Are people coming in? Yes. Let me give an example. In Nusajaya, when they started selling industrial land in 2006, it was about 24 ringgit per square foot. Today, we are talking about 40 something to 50 ringgit per square foot. On completed building, in the past, per square foot could be about 150, 180 per square foot on the built-up area. Today, you're talking about 300 per square foot, and they're selling. Yeah. I have to correct the remark mix that most of the purchasers are Singaporean, because in Johor we have a policy that foreigners are allowed to buy certain type of property up to a certain percentage, unless they come in by proxy, which should be, I think, very far and few in between. For example, they can only buy 20% of development for terrace houses. Single story they cannot buy. They cannot buy low-cost houses. They cannot buy two-story shop houses. So to say that most of the houses are sold to Singaporean, I think it's an overstatement. All right. You mentioned about prices have gone up. Yes, but we've been waiting for this for the last 15 years. Klang Valley, Penang have all gone up. Nothing has happened since the financial crisis in 97, 98. Things have started moving second half of 2009 now. One of the reasons I think is because of Iskandar factor. I call it Iskandar factor.
You see, in Hong Kong, people they do investment in this Shenzhen. They brought the Shenzhen grow from 500,000 population become 3.5 million today. There are many fake the Chinamen there, right? So, in a way, Singapore. Just now you are asking me about we are the factory, you know, and so on. I think we have in the world business, you have to work together anyway.
I think we have a very good position here that the socio-economic level on the other side is much higher than here, and it is a win-win situation, you know. So traditionally we have tours that goes to some of the agro products areas, and it had come to a saturating point, you know. So now is Iskandar Malaysia coming out. I think we're exploiting a lot of areas, developing a lot of areas. Not only we're talking about theme park, even like places like Ramsar site. All right, we have 3 out of the 5 in Malaysia, like Tanjung Piai, Pulau Kukup, and Sungai Pulai. All these are potential for tourism.
Saya rasa bisnes akan meningkat disebabkan ada macam Legoland yang akan dibuka pada bulan ni. Itu menyumbang kepada peningkatan ekonomi pada penduduk teksi pada saya.
Jadi macam pada penumpang pada Singapura tu, ahli Persatuan boleh bawa terus ke macam Legoland lah. Tak payah pergi ke sini dulu dan tukar taksi ke.
Buat masa sekarang tak boleh. Pasal kita terikat pada 2 peraturan negara di Malaysia dan di Singapura. Kalau daripada Singapura, kita boleh hantar ke ikut undang-undang dia buat masa sekarang ke terminal juga.
Terminal sini lah.
Terminal sini. Begitu juga dari Singapura. Daripada Johor. Daripada Johor pun terus sampai terminal ke Rochor sana. Tak boleh ke mana-mana. Turun tepi jalan pun tak boleh di sana, Singapura. Itu peraturan yang dikuatkuasa oleh pihak Singapura lah. Jadi kita terikat pada 2 undang-undang jalankan je baru ke Singapura Teksi ni.
Okey, tapi adakah Persatuan Cik akan membuat persembahan kepada kementerian untuk menukar ni supaya teksi boleh pergi terus ke Bandar Iskandar tu?
buat apa yang kita dipanggil oleh pihak SPAT khususnya yang mengendalikan teksi perkhidmatan awam, perancangan tu memang ada. Contoh dia dari segi keluasan mengambil penumpang, apa dia dirancangkan daripada tiram, dari dulu tiram contoh dia boleh bawa direct ke Singapura. Kalau sekarang ni tak boleh, kita semua penumpang tumpu di terminal sini, di Kulai kita boleh direct tu ke Singapura. Begitu juga Pasir Gudang, begitu juga di Nusajaya, macam dekat tempat Legoland tu. Perancangan tu ada tapi belum lagi ada hitam putih lagi, cuma ada perancangan dari pihak SPAT lah. Tapi kita lalu lah, kalau boleh macam tu, daripada Johor kita terus ke Singapura, dari Singapura terus ke Legoland pun lagi baik pada saya.
Ahli Persatuan kan, apakah perasaan berkenaan dengan development zone ni? Kita
daripada Persatuan, khususnya pemandu teksi di dalam Johor ni, kita mengalu-alukan apa juga yang dibuat, yang diperancangkan oleh kerajaan. Apa yang dibuat kerajaan untuk kebaikan rakyat, terutamanya pemandu teksi. Jadi pada saya, adanya wujudnya bandar baru macam itu, dia meningkatkan lagi ekonomi pemandu teksi pada masa akan datang. Kenapa? Bandar, kalau dulu bandar hanya jalan apok, jalan terus saja. Sekarang sudah berkembang ke Kulai, ke Nusajaya semua kan, ke Pasir Gudang, itu semua menambahkan pendapatan pemandu teksi, bukan menyusahkan lagi pemandu teksi pada saya. Jadi kita bersyukurlah khususnya kepada pihak kerajaan dapat mengembangkan lagi bandar-bandar baru dalam kawasan negeri Johor ni.